catalog numbering, a little different catalog number here, just to reemphasize the catalog number. The family type is the prefix. 1/2 of the total breaker mounting inches rounded up to the nearest whole number. In this case, it's divisible by 1.5 inches. The box height in this case is 73 inches. This particular interior is a 225 amp. This particular interior is a main breaker as opposed to a main lug. That character would be left blank if it was a main lug application. And since this is an HCM example, since it's 225 amp, then the neutral is factory installed. The box catalog number is slightly different than we do with NQ and NF as well. We include the box height in the catalog, the box width in the catalog number of the enclosure. And then the suffix is going to vary depending on the type of interior you're using. For example, the HCM would utilize a B suffix, whereas the wide side interiors would utilize a DB suffix for deep box. And then finally, looking at the front catalog number, the suffix shown in this example is with a door included. A couple of options that are fairly new to I-Line. This is called the Smart Cell. And as you kind of look through this information, all the verbiage, it talks about Ethernet connections, communication modules, serial communications, talks about 4 configurations available. And this is where you've got a high-end customer that is very aware of communications, wanting to get a lot of information out of the breakers. These are all electronic breakers that are communicating with the Smart Cell. You can see that option 2 under the configuration allows a power meter to be connected as well. Maybe you've got option 3 where you've got customers that are heavily involved in ERMS. So we have a module that is available for ERMS as well. And each of those modules, each of those configurations have different variations among them as well. So this is for primarily communication. You can see that it does take up 6 inches of mounting space, but it does reduce the footprint of the I-Line panel as opposed to external modules. We've talked about surge devices in both the NQ and the NF. The surge device for I-Line is slightly different. It does require 13.5 inches of mounting space. It does plug onto the bus stack. And as it says in the second paragraph, the circuit breaker is included with that surge device. So a lot of people make the mistake that they buy the surge device and then they buy another breaker as the overcurrent protection for the surge device. And that is not necessary. The breaker is part of that surge device and included in the 13.5 inches of mounting space.